All right, Matt, time for another round. What do you think?
I'm excited. Let's go and dive into this week's episode of Behind the Bracket.
This week's episode of Behind the Bracket takes a look at the teams coming out of Texas. Definitely no stranger to the FBU National Championship coming out of the city of Houston is Coach Tim Jackson. Coach, how we doing? And are we fired up for this year's bowl?
Hey, we're blessed by the best, brother. Definitely fired up. Always looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, you've been one of the staples here since we started the FBU National Championship back in 2011 with Team Houston. Obviously, your sixth grade back in 2014 took the championship home with them. But we got to get you back there. I don't think any of your teams have been back to Naples a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the teams this year.
Like I said, we've got a great group of kids. We love the kids. You guys, you know why we do this. Like I said, we've got a good group of kids that are going to come in this year. And like I said, it's a great opportunity for all the kids to come. And as you know, those 6th, 7th, 8th grade kids, they're just so talented, man, as we bring those kids in here. So we're gonna get out, and like I tell the guys, we're gonna get out and fight, man. That's what we're looking for. I want to get out. I want the kids to definitely, of course, give us your all, get out and fight. And but we're looking forward to, we're going to compete. And so to the grace, man, we're just gonna go out and do our best. But we do like, we like the kids that we have, and by all means, they're going to come out and work very hard, and we feel they're going to showcase very well.
Fantastic. Are there any key kids that you're really excited to see play this year? Maybe they have alumni returning back or have done well in any of the camps and are really going to showcase themselves on a national stage.
That's what's so great about it. We've got we've got a good group of kids. They work so well together. As you guys know, we had our 7th grade group that really did a good job last year, and those kids gel so well. They let us coach them, again right now. And so I know our 6th grade kids that'll be coming in as well. Our 8th grade, so the 8th grade that'll be, of course, 7th grade that'll be 8th grade. So when I look at trying to highlight kids, I tell you they work so well together. For me to highlight one, I would be doing a big disservice. So from a team perspective, I think the way these kids are gelling together, I'd say, hey, all 30 of them or all 27, depending on my roster count.
Well, that's awesome. And again, there's no doubt your teams always come well prepared, and ready to execute on the field. And we're excited to see some of those. And we've had some great alumni come through a little bit. So without giving it away, how do you feel about the Texas bracket this year? How do you feel coming out of your brackets?
Our bracket's tough. As you guys know, Texas bracket is always tough, with Corey up there at Dallas. And, we always tend to, people don't realize you tend to forget about Cutler, but San Antonio's done a good job, and our new guy coming in from Austin. So, man, the Texas bracket is tough. So it's going to be, but it's always fun. That's the thing about it. We've got a great group here in Texas that we all work together. Those guys are great friends. They're great men, great mentors towards their team. So, hey, at the end of the day, we're going to go out and compete and give it our best.
Awesome, Coach. We appreciate everything you've done over the years. We're excited to see Team Houston beat this year, and let's see you down in Naples, Florida, come December time.
We look forward to it, brother.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time today.
Hey, be blessed.
All right, guys. We're excited to bring in the team director, Ernest Cutler from South Central Texas, San Antonio region. Coach, how are you and how you been?
I'm good out here in the cold. Texas is a little different right now with the cold, but we're good. We're blessed.
Oh, man. No, I'm up here in the Northeast, so it's all good. I got your back. So tell us a little bit about, South Central Texas. Obviously been part of it. Formerly Team San Antonio. A lot of different mergers in there. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with the FBU National Championship.
So I been coaching for 26 years. No skin in the game. Been coaching youth football and varsity high school football. Came up some previous individuals with the brand brought me to the attention of it. So I decided to take and dip my toe in it to see where my coaching chops was and my organization chops was. And We've been blessed since 18 to start where we were at in 18 as a director to the point we're at right now. We're truly blessed.
So give us the status of the 2020 teams. Where are you at right now? How you feeling about your 6th, 7th, and 8th grade rosters right now? You're actually snuck away from a game that you're actually scouting players right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm scouting like 8 players right now for basically 7th and 8th grade right now. So it's a work in progress. The thing I tell everybody about FBU is like this is year round. You just can't take and start in like June, July in order to build a team that's going to be pretty prominent as far as going into at the minimum the region, because the state of Texas is not the state of Texas, United States of Texas. So
no doubt.
the competition is ridiculous out here. In regards to the 6th, 7th, 8th grade, 6th grade staff, incredibly well versed in the game. Some new guys that dip their toes in it and they see the magnitude of what it is. They're realizing that this is not a standard youth situation as far as that. They have a couple of kids, we got some track kids. We got some track kids and shoulder pads, just being honest, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's on the 6th grade, 7th grade, incredibly solid coaching staff, have done tournament ball, club ball for many, many years. Run a very, very interesting system as far as offensively. It'll be pretty nice to see because a lot of people, I've never seen it ran like this before, so it's going to be pretty intriguing kind of system that they run. They have a lot of kids that do well on like the 7-on-7, but they transferred and got into the situation where they start click-clacking those pads. They're good now. 8th grade is probably the strongest group. I have some dogs. I have some dogs on that team. I got a kid named Ty Hawkins, whose name's going to be in the lights one day. He's legit. He is also a baseball stud for USA Baseball, and he looks the part. He plays with my club team, and he's pretty phenomenal. I got another kid that's been in the brand since 2018, guy named DJ Dugar. He is a Swiss Army knife, 6'2", plays multiple positions, both sides of the ball, every down kid. His name will definitely be in the lights. And I can't give everything away, Coach, you know what I'm saying? But I got you.
Saving the cards for the tournament. Well, listen, last year, the 6th grade team was made it down to Naples. What are you looking forward this year if you bring some of the teams down to Naples, and what were some of the highlights of last year's trip?
So with the integration of Team Austin starting, some of those players actually migrated over to Team Austin because logistically it made more sense for them to go over there. I wish them well, wish the families well. The families ever need anything from me, I'm more than happy to extend my services through FBU or anything external from me. So that team there, I can't speak for them. I can only speak for my 7th grade team. But it's going to be a pretty good battle because I saw some of those kids that played last year, and they have a little bit more experience. But like I said, that 7th grade staff they run a pretty intricate system offensively. So
nice. Well, there's no doubt there's a huge talent pool in Texas. Texas football is one of the best states out there. It's a very competitive, first, second round bracket competition you're going to have. So obviously, we wish you the best of luck, and it'll be interesting to see which teams make it out of that and head down to Naples.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to playing, and it's all about the kids and the experience. So.
Awesome, Coach. We appreciate everything you're doing for the kids down there in Central South Texas, and appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you in Naples.
Appreciate you, Coach. Y'all stay safe. Be blessed.
That's it.
Here with the FBU team director from Team Austin, Carlos Chester. Carlos, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Now, FBU Austin wasn't in the FBU National Championship tournament last year. You have brought it back to the Austin area. Tell us a little bit about that journey to get Austin back in the tournament, and what does it mean to have the opportunity for the kids in the Austin area to play in the FBU National Championship?
Man, definitely an honor just to be back into the tournament. Like you said, last year we were absent from the tournament, which, hurt a lot of our kids in this area. that wanted to participate in this tournament. FBU bringing me on this year as the new team director for Austin and Central Texas. My number one goal was to, hit the pavement starting in January. We kind of ran into a little slid with the COVID, but getting those players, from our area, back together, with some great coaches around them, so we can go out there and not only compete, but also, make a run for that national title.
And I think you brought up something very important for a team director. The best programs understand that this is not an opportunity or a job or hobby that lasts from just August to December. This is a year-round thing if you want to be competitive. So hitting the pavement, like you said, in early January, to get things going certainly is the right approach. Now, how have things gone thus far with building your teams for this year's tournament, considering everything that's going on? How are you guys shaping up?
Well, I mean, pretty much with everything else, we've had our challenges, with the COVID, parents, concerns, and that's the biggest thing. So getting that information out to parents, showing the precautions, everything that we're taking, putting in consideration, for their child, young athlete to come out and participate in these national tournament is the biggest thing. Once we get that information out to the parents, we start, doling out the other information, making sure that they're comfortable with bringing their athlete out, participating.
Mm-hmm. And certainly there's obviously been a comfort level from the parents down in your area. You've had multiple tryouts to build up Team Austin this year with great turnout. Tell us a little bit maybe about one or two players that have attended a tryout and now are on the roster at either the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level that might make a name for themselves on the national stage this year.
Oh, yeah, just having the opportunity to, move around in the Central Texas area and have, multiple trials was big for us. Picked up some pretty good, great athletes, one being Quintalon Joyner, quarterback for our 8th grade team. We got Christian Woodley as well, another big pickup, major assessment to our little folks. So it's a lot of guys that we picked up in this area that are been dominant, coming from youth ball, now participating in their middle schools, doing the same thing. And so we're just glad to have those kind of caliber kids, make out our roster for this FBU National Championship run.
Yeah, it's great when you can build up a solid roster and then you're able to add, a couple special players here and there to really fill it out. That's when you've got the opportunity to make a run. And speaking of making a run, Carlos, what are we looking at this year? What can we expect from Team Austin? Obviously, you guys play in an extremely difficult region, the Texas region, with your Dallas Metros, your Houstons, your South Central Texas. That's no piece of cake. So what can we expect from Team Austin in the 2020 FBU National Championship?
Yeah, definitely. Our region is probably, if not the toughest, one of the toughest, that teams have to face. But we're not looking to participate this year. We're looking to make some noise. And like I said, we have the gauntlet that we're going to run through. We got to run through Houston. We got to run through the DFW area, South Central Texas. And we're definitely up for the challenges. The coaches, know what the expectation is from me and what the expectation is, going forward with the kids. So, we're putting our best foot forward. And we're, like I said, we're not in it just to compete. We're in it to make some noise and go win that natty.
Well, there you got it right there. Austin is back with a vengeance. They're ready to make some noise this year. Started off in the Texas region, December 5th and 6th for the regional rounds. Carlos, we wish you the best of luck in your regional round, and hopefully we'll be seeing you December 18th through 22nd down in the Paradise Coast for championship week.
Definitely looking forward to it.
The Football University National Championship celebrates its 10th year anniversary with 96 teams of 3,500 student athletes across 48 states competing for glory at the new state-of-the-art Paradise Coast Sports Complex located in beautiful Naples, Florida. Join the ranks of alumni like James Cook, Sam Howell, Trevor Lawrence, and many more. Make a statement. Leave your mark. Live your legacy.